Welcome to episode 3 of the Lorenz and Friendz Podcast. I am here with one of my arch rivals. Nah, I'm kidding. Or am I? Who I will introduce in a minute because introducing the episode is more important. So,
okay.
I joke.
No offense.
But in all seriousness, I am going to talk about the episode first. We are on episode 3 of the Lorenz and Friendz Podcast. We're still on the air, surprisingly.
Oh.
I said that last time. Every week that we're still on the air is a good week. So, I can't complain. Thank you all for the great support on the first 2 episodes. I felt something caress my leg and I don't know what it was.
Oh. I have no idea.
I think there might be a ghost with us today. But thank you guys for tuning into the first 2 episodes. They were a smashing success in my eyes because any views is a success for me.
I viewed it.
But she did. She followed the assignment well.
Not gonna lie, I did it like 3 hours ago, but I did it. So.
She had to do her homework before she came on. It's completely understandable.
Yeah.
I am here with a very special guest who I have known for almost 2 decades.
Oh my god, that's
17 years, because it was 2005 that we met each other in the 8th cycle of hell.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as the Catholic grade school that we went to. That is no longer open because they realized none of the teachers had accredited degrees.
It was also a prison.
It was. They made us wear jumpsuits. And we are going to go into that. But first, please welcome Gwen Pytel to the show. She is, like I said about Megan, there's a lot of friends of mine are just Jills of all trades. Like, there is not a lot that she can't do. She is a former pageant queen.
Oh, yes. I honestly forgot about that.
Because it was so long ago.
Feels like forever ago.
She was were you on that TLC show?
No.
Toddlers and Tiaras?
I wish I was.
You would have been good on that.
Thank you.
But she is also in the medical field. If you have not gotten an x-ray from the x-ray guru yet, please go and visit.
Actually, please don't. Because I don't want to
hospital
x-ray.
that she doesn't want to x-ray you, sorry. Gwen, tell us a little bit more about yourself. I've spoken enough about you.
Well, I'm the oldest sibling. Verify that it's usually awful, honestly.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
I'm definitely not the favorite child of either parent.
Neither am I.
Definitely my grandparents' favorite. I feel like your grandparents' favorite too.
Not grandfather. Maybe grandmother, yes.
Okay, yeah, so we can relate on that.
Yes, absolutely. She has picked up, I have been so proud of her because for the longest time, she could not pick up a book.
Yes,
to save her life.
Yes.
But now she's probably read more. She probably has a bigger book record in a year than I do.
I just recently made a whole book corner in my room. And I mounted my TV when I put the fire on. And currently I'm reading the ACOTAR series. So, like this video, can I say that? Yeah. Like this video if you know what the ACOTAR series is.
Oh, I thought you said Avatar.
No. ACO... Wait.
TAR?
TAR, yeah. ACOTAR.
How many books have you read? This in 2023. 2023.
I read 2 so far.
Wow, that's impressive. We're 11
One
days
of
in.
them was over 400 pages, so.
Wow.
Currently, I have no life except for X-ray, NCT, and reading.
Like I said, we went to a very rigid parochial school for 8 years straight before we went on to another parochial school for 4 years. So 12 years.
I have 1 year over you.
You do have another. Well, I went to a Catholic preschool. Well, I mean, we didn't have to wear uniforms there, so that was. Yeah. So, but yes, you were actually there for 13 years total between the high school.
That's 13 too many.
13 way too many. So stay tuned. We're going to tell you a lot about our school. Before we do that, I say it's time we jump into our first prank call. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, this is Harmony speaking.
Hello?
Yeah, hello? Who is this?
This is Norm. Is this the mermaid? Now, I read about about your wonderful business online. My wife told me I needed to learn how to swim because we're going on a vacation to Jamaica. And she said we must go in the water together and kiss the dolphins because it's always been a dream of hers. Otherwise, she's going to leave me on the resort and bring a horse with her home instead.
I can definitely teach you the basics of swimming. Do you have any experience?
Well, every morning when I wake up, my wife pours a bucket of water over my face and I struggle to breathe. Is that what swimming is like?
That was a hard one.
It sounds a lot more like suffocation.
Oh, God.
Then I have not. But I'm sure your wise ways will help me become the next Olympian in no time.
Yeah, teaching classes in the pool at the Tanger Health Club. They have a great club that it's really good for beginners to learn.
Oh, God, get ready for this one. I don't know how I'm going to get it out.
Actually, I was hoping you could teach me how to swim in my bathtub.
What? Huh?
When I was a little boy, my mother made me swim in a kiddie pool. At 2 years old, I was terrified and did not want to, but she really wanted me to learn how to swim. I said no, and sorry, I'm getting a little choked up. It really brings back bad memories.
I'm not going to get this out without pissing.
I said no and bit her thumb off. She lured me by telling me she would make the pool my very own fish tank and even bought a real fish to come and play with me. Little did she know, it was a vicious piranha who ate... Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you okay? It sounds like you're crying over there.
I am very upset. It was a vicious piranha who ate all of my toes, one of my ears, and a chunk of my rib cage. I have been scared of bodies of water larger than my bathtub
all my life.
I mean, unless you have a gigantic, humongous bathtub, it's kind of impossible to learn how to swim in one. And the health club doesn't have any tubs. They only have showers.
Was that an invitation?
Sorry, what was that?
My wife, Sally Ann, already gave me permission to invite you into the bathroom at our house. As a reward, she will cook you one of our favorite meals for dinner, Chef Boyardee, with the little meatballs that look like dingleberries.
Yeah, as I said, the only way I can provide you swimming lessons is if you book it through the health club.
Sally, he does not want to come over our house. You better cancel the flowers and chocolate we ordered delivered to her home. We ordered little gifts for your help. We will bring them whenever we decide what our arrangement will be.
It would need to be through the health club, but if you're really worried, we can have noodles that we can put under you that would hopefully make it a little less scary.
Noodles?
Yes.
What if I eat all of the noodles? What will happen?
Noodles, the long pieces of foam that people use to help them swim, keep them afloat. It's not the food.
Yes, but... Sorry, when I get scared...
My voice gets a little deeper.
I'm afraid even calling them noodles will be too much for my ferocious appetite. I will still probably shove one end into my mouth.
Okay, well, we have floaties so you can use instead. You just put them around your arms.
Is there going to be a lifeguard on duty in case I have a heart attack in the water?
No, but there is a defibrillator in case anything happens, and I do know how to use that, and I'm also CPR certified, so you'll be in good hands.
The way she said that.
But who is going to save us if I start freaking out so badly that I go bananas and pull you underneath the water with me?
That was hard.
I'll make sure that you are in your comfort zone before we attempt anything that would offset that sort of panic.
Really? Because when my wife wanted me to learn how to snowboard a few years ago, I got so scared that I jumped on my instructor's back and we flew straight off a cliff. Sorry, there's a bug in my room and I think it's laughing at me. I have to squash it. But before I do that, let me finish my story. I got so scared that I jumped on my instructor's back and we flew straight off a cliff. It took them a few days to get me out, but they could not find the teacher. I think the polar bear that found us liked him and declared him his husband.
Oh. I'm going to introduce the wife now.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Sorry, it's that bug. Let me go kill it, but while I do... Oh no!
Norm, who are you talking to on the phone?
Where'd that come from?
I'm talking with my instructor. She is so sweet. She agreed to teach me how to swim out by the rain puddle before it dries.
Teach you to swim at the health club.
Thank God. I thought you were having a sexy conversation with another woman. You know the rules, mister.
Yes, I cannot cheat on you, but you are more than welcome to fool around.
Now, can you teach my husband how to shoot water out of his nostrils so we can arouse the dolphins that we kiss in Jamaica?
I don't know how to do that. Believe me, if I could, I would.
Oh, she's playing with us now. She's playing with us.
Honey, I already told you, the dolphins will not like that. They will think we are mocking their mothers, the whales, who they will call over to eat us.
For the sake of not wasting any more time, are you sure you want to go through these lessons?
He doesn't have a choice unless he wants to sleep in the tool shed with the family of tarantulas.
Well, I don't think that's your choice to make.
Thank you, but my beautiful wife doesn't play around. If she doesn't get what she wants, all hell will break loose. Her eyes will roll back in her head and she'll begin to chant an ancient dialect of pig Latin. If she gets to the prayer, we are all in trouble.
Golf Club has open pool time between 5 and 8 most nights.
I'm gonna really get crazy with this now.
Okay, but we must get out of the water before the sun goes down for the evening. I am very superstitious, and you know what they say about swimming after dark.
What is that?
Swimming after dark angers the gods. I don't want to be responsible for a tsunami in the swimming pool.
Many times, I don't think we will have to worry about that.
Ooh, you're really asking for trouble.
You know what? I have a friend who may actually be able to meet your needs better.
Oh, okay. My wife says that you need to be the one to teach me to swim because of what happened with our last instructor.
What happened with the last one?
She got so upset that I was not picking up the concept that she pinned me underneath the water. Sorry, I think I might get a little emotional doing this one too. She pinned me underneath the water with her feet and refused to stand up. Her and Sally Ann stood there and laughed at me as I turned purple. And then she started doing an Irish step dance on my tummy wearing her water crocs, which were very sharp.
Okay.
Oh.
And then, just as I was dying, a vision of the devil came to me and told me it was not my time to enter the gates of hell. He was not ready for me yet.
I thought I was just going to keep going on.
Oh my God. We went to a Catholic school, also known as, like we said, jail. But if you went to a Catholic school, please let us know. If you have any funny Catholic school stories, send them along. We'll share them anonymously, maybe. But I would like to start off by saying, when you are in the same classroom with the same, give or take, 20 kids, it is amazing that not one of us committed homicide.
I agree. There were times I wanted to, but intrusive thoughts. But
yeah, right. Oh yeah, there. I would make lists. I'd be like, you know what? Maybe I'll do the jail time for this. Oh God, between the students and the teachers, it was just.
Sometimes I feel like the teachers were worse than the students.
Yeah, they were, because they didn't know what they were. You know what? Probably because we surpassed their education level.
I actually agree. Probably at this moment right now, we have a higher education status than all of the teachers that taught us. Because they literally didn't have a teaching degree.
They didn't. I would like to go a list to all of them, the ones that are still alive, because there's a curse going around. The ones that are still alive.
I know, like more than half.
I know, really, they are, and not a lot of them were that old.
No.
I would like to go around, where did you go to school? And then I will check the school's financial records, and I will see if they're telling the truth or not.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what the school did after it was closing. Yeah, that's why all of them were fired.
Probably. Well, we got a principal last year that actually, she had her issues, believe me, but she actually was alive. The one that we had before that was...
I think she was a ghost.
Yeah, I think so too. Miraculously, she's one of the ones that's still around.
Which is surprising. I thought she would have been.
But she, it was just always like you'd go into the you'd see her walking like a turtle, like, hello, how are you? And then she'd just collapse on her desk. And what she did all day for those 7 years, I mean, she was there longer, but what she did all those years was beyond me. How the school managed to stay open, I don't know. But one story that comes to my mind is there were a lot of fights that happened at our school.
Well, not physical. Well,
this one was. This one happened to be.
No one died. So.
During our time there, yes.
Okay.
During our time, I know of two that happened in the 70s. When we were around maybe 12-ish, there was a recess fight involving two girls in our class who I will not name. One was tall, one was short. You can probably guess who they are. Not you. She could probably guess who they are.
I know what story this is.
Yes. And so we were at recess. They used to bring us out into the vacant lot.
That was full of potholes and half-painted parking spots.
Yes.
Where there was a shoe that was over telephone lines. That meant that there was a drug deal. It was in sight.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
The one right when you turn on the street.
I did not know that.
Sneakers tied together, flung over electrical lines.
Wow. That's making me think of a lot of streets differently now.
There was definitely people walking around our school property that were
Well, I mean, we were right across the street from the projects, pretty much. Like there was a lot of drug activity that would go on.
I feel like it's better now.
Yeah, probably.
But not when we were
they probably because they hated our school.
Probably.
They're probably happy we're gone now and they were replaced by a better place.
True.
But the only thing we had to play with, there was no jungle gym equipment. No jungle gym. Like, you couldn't, no playground. What did we have to play? We had a trash can.
Yep, there was a hopscotch, like faded hopscotch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was probably painted in like 1912 when the school started.
Yeah, I agree.
So we had a trash can. The only thing you could do was play tag. And you couldn't even do it on most days because there were bees that would always be swimming around that thing. And somebody always got stung. And we had a nurse that didn't do jack shit. So it was never good. Never good. I've never been stung, though. I never got stung, thankfully.
I probably did.
So at recess one day, these two girls, they were once friends. They are not friends anymore. I don't know what they started fighting over. But they were both hotheads.
Probably
I
like
will just leave it
whose
at that.
Polly Pocket that was.
Yeah, right. So we're all just kind of like watching in awe, and they start pushing each other, and these were just like light shoves. Like it was really nothing.
It was like a tap.
And there was a little bit of movement. Like the tall one especially was kind of moving the short one a little bit because she just had so much girth over the other one. and our math teacher, our 6th grade homeroom teacher, God rest his soul. You're going to hear us say that a lot because a lot of them God has decided, I guess he's pulling the most soldiers from the staff that worked at our school.
Yeah.
When he saw this fight, he sprinted at full speed. He was like
head down.
He was really not having it. And he goes, stop it right now. And he put himself in between them. And he goes, and I'm going to mimic his voice. I'm going to try and do it good. In my 15 years at Saint School, I have never seen a fight. It was like the teachers couldn't believe it. And then their principal came out. She was like, oh my. Like, it was like, and they got suspended for a couple of days. It was a whole like,
you know
thing.
what did they expect when they threw a bunch of 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 12-year-old kids outside on a parking lot that was full of absolutely nothing to do? Nothing. But sit there and stare at the project.
And hope one of them didn't come out of their house looking for somebody to sell.
Because they easily could have walked right over, scooped this up, and ran.
Well, and it didn't help that we had our substitute teacher making connections. She would take kids. I don't know if you ever heard. I didn't find this out until afterwards. Somebody in the grade above us, and take this with a grain of salt because they were a bunch of liars. But yeah, I really want to believe this is true. Our substitute teacher took the class above us because she was watching them across the street where all the drug dealers were because she wanted to make a sale.
Make a sale of children? They would have been like 14.
Of drugs, apparently.
Oh.
And apparently...
That's better than selling children.
And she was a petite woman. She was
probably shorter than me.
Yeah.
And, she's like 4.
And she was old. Like, when I tell you she was in her late 80s, still actively subbing this school. They said she went into the house. She said, stay out here. First, she goes, we're going to go on a field trip. They're like, we never got permission to slip.
I was going to say, you fill out a slip.
Like, we're supposed to be going to gym class. And she said, don't talk and come with me. So she brings them outside, marches them across the street, says, wait out here, goes into somebody's house, and they see her take money. Come back and bring them back across the street. Nobody was the wiser.
You know, if I had to do with the children at our school, I'd probably be taking drugs too.
I would. Are you kidding? The class above us, I would have left them all there.
I mean, our class was kind of rough too.
Not as bad as the one above us. They were horrible.
Sorry.
They were horrible. So, I say we jump into our next prank call.
Hello?
Is this Abigail?
Abigail? Yes, this is.
Perfect. My name is Boris. I am movie producer. shooting feature film in. I am working with professors at community college who say you and boyfriend both have interest working in film, and I would like to chance to tell you more about it. It is high-paying role with opportunity to work on more projects in the future.
The Russian Boris.
How much pay are we talking here?
Trust me, there'll be enough pay to keep you set for life. Now, would you mind if I tell you the backstory?
Sure, what is it about?
Huh?
She actually wants to do it.
She wants to do it. The concept was inspired by the story of me and Natasha, my mail-order bride. It is depiction of how her parents met back in Soviet Union many years ago. Her mother was being chased by homicidal goose, who was... I know this one's... Sorry, I dropped her phone in the toilet. She was being chased by homicidal goose, who was upset that she tried cooking him for dinner. A boy came along and tried to save her from goose by grabbing its neck and throwing it 20 feet. They fell in love instantly.
Her and the goose?
That sounds good. I love animals. Where's that goose now?
In their stomachs, in the grave. They ate it and they died from poison. Just give me 1 second. I dropped a piece of paper. Sorry about that. We are bringing in live goose to play the role. I have Dr. Friend working in lab to create special drug for goose, so that we will make sure it is crazy enough to fulfill needs of story.
We want to look goose.
Right?
So I'm gonna be working with a goose. What's my role be exactly?
You asked that at the perfect time. In addition to being production assistant, you and boyfriend will both need to audition for the roles as well. But first, there are a couple of scenes I must tell you about. First, the characters will be blind, which we must make as believable as possible. After Natasha's father threw the goose, the damn thing came back and pecked both of her eyes out. Do you both have a pair of sunglasses?
A pair of sunglasses.
I do have sunglasses, yes.
Good. Natasha and I get bad distress from sunlight. We will use your sunglasses, but back to character. If we want to make audience think they are really blind, we must do something to bring out the natural effect. I was thinking we pour hot sauce down eyes.
You're not pouring hot sauce down my eyes, and I'll be keeping my sunglasses.
I know what you're saying.
Maybe we attempt to do it yourself LASIK operation.
LASIK.
Or perhaps I get big spoon and gouge your eyes out.
What is that?
Which do you think works best?
LASIK.
Wait, I'm confused.
But perfect. I will schedule operation on my kitchen table next week. Now, moving on to next scene. The lovers will get into fight on hotel balcony because girl learns her husband had an affair with the owner of the cow they get all their milk from. We will need you to dangle your boyfriend over a balcony with a 50-foot drop. Sorry, Natasha sneezed. A piece of the plant was going up her nostril. It was trying to eat her. It's a Venus flytrap.
Sorry,
no, you're all good.
I was holding it in.
We do not have enough in the budget for harness, so please work out and build on strength so you will not drop him. We cannot afford insurance.
Oh, that'll be no problem. Wait, did you say a 50 foot?
You got the problem with 50 feet?
Gonna be 5 feet.
There will be another fight scene near the beginning of first act where husband ties wife up the wall and practices a circus act. He is a dagger thrower, and he claims he can throw 30 knives around a person's whole body. Based on height you put in profile on audition site, we may need about 50 knives. But do not worry, we are hiring a trainer to come in and teach your boyfriend how to safely create outline of your body with knives. During the scene, he must miss one shot and hit your wrist. Are you okay with this?
Oh, okay, yeah. This sounds like something we can afford. You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Just as long as you provide me with that page. This is all just Act 1.
This is all just Act 1. We shoot it in 4 weeks. After a week is over, we give you another month to recuperate from your injuries sustained. Provided you are out of the hospital in time, we will pick up shooting in the middle of March with second and third act.
Okay, sure. I usually recover pretty quickly, I guess. So what is the second part of this movie?
I think you will enjoy it a lot more. Second part of the movie begins with couple in bed. Very intimate scene between you and your partner and another woman.
I'm gonna barf!
What did you say?
Sounds good.
For this, we will be bringing in actress from Brazos, who has a very extensive film history. It's a porn site for those who don't know.
From what? From where, Brazil?
Brazos. B-A-A-B-B-R-A-Z-Z-E-R-S. Brazos. I'm gonna tell her it's a porn site.
Okay,
It is porn film site. I must warn you, she has very special clause in the contract. She does not require to bathe, and she has been ripening herself for the last few days.
So she hasn't showered? Is that what you're saying?
Precisely. There will be a scene where you and Miley Fox, that is her name, kick husband out of bed and start to play leapfrog on top. Do you know how to play leapfrog?
Yeah, I mean, my boyfriend and I play that all the time.
We will also be installing a wooden pole in the middle of your bedroom for you to slide down. Do you have any experience in doing flips and tricks?
A pole.
Flips and tricks, maybe not on a wooden pole. I mean, can you at least maybe sand it down, make sure there's no splinters?
I will see what I can do, because you will have to wrap your legs around the pole and do backflip onto the bed.
She can't do that.
Alright, well, I've never done a backflip, sure, but I mean, a backflip, no.
Moving on to my favorite scene, which comes at the end of the movie. You and husband decide you are going to start raising a rattlesnake farm. There is small scene we will hire stunt double for. You hire a snake charmer to come and play music that will make the snakes dance. Your boyfriend's character gets so jealous that the snakes are having a good time that he jumps into the pit on top of them. Your boyfriend will perform stunt, but in the event he does not live, we will have another actor to replace him.
Okay, is there a form or something that I gotta sign to do this? That I gotta agree to this?
Now we must talk about pay. 99% of film's budget is going to Miley Fox. Her appearance will bring lots of eyes on our project, so I was hoping I could wait until after to sign your check, which will amount to $130.
$130.
What?
Natasha is very excited to meet both of you. We would like the four of us to meet up and get dinner, then go back to hotel room with a bottle of Chardonnay to celebrate finding actors after 8 years of searching for people willing to put their lives on the line.
Okay.
Perfect. I will be over at your house next week with tattoo gun to give you tramp stamp and pierce your nipples. Before we move on to the third and final prank call, I just wanted to let everybody know to stop what you're doing and follow us on all of our social media accounts. You can find us at on Instagram at Lorenz and Friendz Podcast. TikTok, the name just changed. I forgot what it was, but you will see it right above here.
Why? What happened to TikTok?
Good. Oh, I had to. It was my name, and so I changed it to the and I couldn't remember what the name was. But follow me on there. We're almost at 1,000. YouTube at Lorenz and Friendz. We're celebrating over here. And like I said, stop what you're doing. Follow us on all 3 links you will see above, or handles, I should say. And if you are listening to us on YouTube or Spotify, you can see us or hear us. Apple Podcasts is audio only, but you better find a way to listen to us. We're also on Anchor, for those of you who have that. So Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, all the ways you can listen to us. So please do that. And I say we jump into prank call 3.
Hello? Escape rooms, this is... May I help you?
Hi there. My name is Rhett Parkins. I found your number on the computer and was hoping I could ask you some questions about your establishment.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Perfect. Now, I was thinking about bringing my company with me for one of your games to celebrate my grandma's birthday.
Why'd you bring your company to celebrate your grandma's birthday? Sorry.
Oh, just you wait.
Okay.
This is a redo from last week. I tried taking her to the nude beach, but when she stepped in the water, a giant octopusy wrapped his tentacles around her and tried to pull her under. So my first question is, do you have a room for birthday parties?
Like Kid City.
Yes, we do. That's a party room that you can use either before or after the game.
After.
We don't need nothing big. We just need a little table where we can set the prune juice and clementines that we will be bringing. We just want to celebrate Grandma's birthday because we forgot last year and she was so mad that she locked us in the garage with our car running. Now, I must warn you about the guests I will be bringing on this safari. They are members of my organization, DMIF, Dangerous Mental Institution Fugitives. Now, They are not as threatening as our name makes them out to be, as long as they are properly medicated. But I just want to let you know that if you happen to see one of them stand up and start choking another in the group, do not freak out. We bring a sedative with us enough to kill 10 horses.
Hey, I would just definitely say be sure that everyone knows the rules before you come and play, which those you can find on our website.
Thank you. Speaking of the rules, what would happen if, say, one of our friends, as we call them, jumps out of the window of the bus and we are late because we have to stop and catch him?
Well, we do have a 15-minute grace period, but we recommend arriving a little early so that there's enough wiggle room for that.
Yeah, it happens more frequently than you think. One of my guys, his name is Jimmy. He's quite the thorn in my ass. Whenever he sees a bird, he goes ape shit and tries to attack it. When he was a toddler, a bald eagle swooped down and grabbed him by the hair and carried him up to a nest atop a very tall tree. His weight was too much and he broke the nest and fell onto the grass. That is how he ended up in the system.
No worries. Yeah, like I said, if you're worried about running late, I would try and give yourself a couple of extra minutes to arrive early.
It should not be an issue. All of the members of my organization live in my big house in the woods with me, so we will all be accounted for. Unless, of course, one of them decides to try and stick their hand in the wood chopper again.
How many people will there be in this group total?
There will be 7 of us, me, and 6 of the dangerous runaways.
Do you mean there will be 8 of you?
How do you figure?
You didn't include your grandmother in that count? Didn't you say you wanted to celebrate her birthday? Is she also attending?
Just say yeah.
Yes, however, she will not be participating in the event with us.
Just after.
Okay. Alright, well, we do have a waiting room that she can sit in while the rest of you play.
That's good and well, but I don't think that's a good idea. We went bowling last month. We let Granny sit in the arcade while me and some of the insane asylum patients went bowling. Jimmy got confused and started chasing the bowling ball down the lane. He ended up getting stuck in the pit, and we had to call the fire department. We were so distracted that we didn't even realize Grandma ran away. Thank God that truck hit her and stopped her from going any further.
Poor Grammy.
That was Sandra. You'll hear about her in a minute. Anyway, the moral of the story is that she cannot be trusted by herself, so I was hoping we could lock her in a broom closet or something.
She says yeah.
Definitely would not be able to do that. That would be a safety hazard.
Well, that's good.
How about the bathroom?
No.
Are you sure? Because she constantly consumes prune juice, and that might be the safest option for her.
That's true.
If she's not playing with you guys, she can either wait in the waiting room or she can stay in the party room.
Oh, I don't know. We might just have to leave her at home in her cage then.
Okay.
So you won't need the party room?
If I can find the ankle monitor I had custom made for her, then I will bring her.
We'll need to know in advance because there is an extra cost for the use of the party room.
The party room isn't free?
No, it's an additional $30 on top of the $30 admission fee per person.
Oh shit, I think we'll have to skip the party room, then just eat the clementines beforehand.
Okay, yeah, alright, no problem, no party room.
Ooh, she's sassy.
I know. Yeah, that will be better because the members of my company prefer to eat the clementines straight off the tree I grow them on. Except for Jimmy, he has PTSD from the tree he fell off of when the eagle tried to mother him.
Alright, so it would be a total of $210, not including tax. Was there a specific date or time you were looking to come in?
Well, I know Tuesday the 31st is a holiday, but I was hoping you would be open.
We will be open that day. That's not a holiday.
You mean you don't celebrate Tuesday the 31st?
I do.
No, I don't know what that is.
Whenever the 31st of the month falls on a Tuesday, the mental patients in my house all get drunk and dance with Grandma, which brings me to my next and final warning.
Okay.
What that accent was at the end.
Warning.
Many of the patients you will encounter are men who have not seen a woman in many years. The only woman they have seen is a grandma. They all have a crush on her except for Jimmy. He is in love with the one and only female that lives in our house. Her name is Sandra. She's the one you heard earlier chatting on the phone. And she is the littlest bitch you'll ever meet. She refuses to give poor Jimmy any loving, but God forbid he doesn't constantly try and woo her. She gets angrier than a bull.
Angrier than a bull.
Sandra will be in attendance, so please do not make any eye contact with Jimmy. I will dress him in a Clifford the dog onesie so you know which one he is. If Sandra catches you giving him any kind of attention, I can't promise she won't start barking like a dog and lunge at your face.
In this Clifford outfit.
Hello, honey. I hope I didn't worry you too much, but one time Grandma winked at Jimmy and Sandra went absolutely nuts. She started ripping Grandma's hair out and eating it. We want to hear what you want to hear. That was a weird way of putting it.
Really?
So tell us if you have any suggestions whatsoever, if there are any specific stories you want to hear about my crazy life, if you have any prank call recommendations, please send them my way. Tell me which characters you like, tell me which characters you don't like.
Or if you want to see me.
Or if you want to see Gwen again.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, maybe we'll let her back on the show.
I'm just so busy. So.
Yeah, I know. And she's not kidding. So, Gwen will be back for episode 4. We record episodes 2 weeks at a time, so you're going to get the pleasure of seeing her again next week. Same shirt. Yep. More stories about our school, the school that we went to. Not anymore.
Sorry, I wish. Again.
Not there anymore, although I wish we still were. Who doesn't? But make sure you join us next week for another episode of The Rant.